While doing some editing on a video that I'm working on, I decided to use some of the footage to showcase a glitch that's pretty fun to mess around with. I just call it the dead body glitch myself. There are a couple more minor bugs that I kind of interesting that I'm planning on showing here too. But for now, we're going to just focus on the dead body glitch. Note, I did this on the 2.12 patch and have tested this on 2.13 and it still works the same. For those that are wondering, my upcoming video is about, well, it's a level 1 playthrough. Do you want to know how that went? Couple things real quick before we get into it. First, I thought I'd share that you could still spawn cars on the roof during the mission Pisces. And also, I found this flaccid dick flopping around all over the place. None of the other ones appear to do this, though. This glitch can be done anywhere, but it only works with female bodies for some reason. I think it has something to do with the physics, but I'm not going to really get into that. That's not important. Just have fun with it and hope you enjoy the video. First up, I thought I would show that you could also do this with KO'd bodies, but it doesn't quite work the same. It is still pretty entertaining, but for the most part they just kind of float in the air at the position where you drop them. First up, I decided I would go to the bar and have a few drinks and destroy the place a little bit, and have myself a little bit of a rave while I was at it. Needless to say, I don't think the bar owners were very happy with me, but what do they know? They're dead anyway. Next up, I decided I'd head over to my chum's house for a party. And this perfectly illustrates why you don't get drunk and pass out with me around. This makes for one embarrassing family photo. Ah yes, beautiful. Now they'll never forget this moment for the rest of their lives. So now, if you're like me, you're probably wondering what happens if you put somebody in a fish tank. That's not quite what I was expecting, but I'll take it. So now how about if I stick a body in a wall-mounted object? Yes, very aerodynamic. Well, what about the wine cabinet? I guess she doesn't like wine. That's funny, considering her office is full of it. And now it's time to show you what happens when you stick your dick in a ceiling fan. So now that we've learned our lesson about humping ceiling fans, it's time for us to go crash a funeral. If only these assholes would quit blocking the entrance. Well, we couldn't afford a casket, but the speaker box should do nicely. Well, it appears she wasn't impressed with my choice of makeshift casket. No matter, let's try it again. Back to the doom box with you. Wow, talk about being in denial. She just won't stop hanging around. Well, since my poor man's casket isn't good enough for you, I guess I'll just give it to your friend. Oh great, now we got a poltergeist in the room. Now that I've upset the family that this funeral was supposed to be for, it's time for me to go hide some evidence. Yes, of course, behind the vending machines. That should be a perfect spot to hide the evidence. It appears my plans have backfired, so now I must flee. Now that we've escaped the scene of the crime, it's time to go find out why your mom used to always tell you to go play in traffic. Thanks, Mom, you were right. That was fun. I'm gonna go do it some more. Now that I've made this city go bankrupt, it's time to pledge allegiance to the flag. Now that I've shown appreciation to the country I just downgraded to third world status, I'm off to go do my job as a waiter and show this nice woman to her table. Wow, it appears she didn't like the seating arrangement. After a little persuasion, I managed to convince her that this was the best seat in the house, and now she's stuck. Now that my shift as a waiter is up, it's time for me to go to the store to get some cigarettes, but it appears that our cashier has fallen asleep on the job. Since the cashier is sleeping and can't service me, I decided it would be a good idea to play some really loud music for him. After an uneventful trip to the store, I decided I would go find where I parked my car. Not quite the way I remembered parking it, but okay. Now that I found where I parked my car, I decided I would help my incapacitated friend get in. Well, it appears I missed the door a little bit. After failing to get my incapacitated friend into the car, I decided I would go and take a nap. After waking up from my nap, I decided I would take Johnny's car to the crusher. Now that I've totaled somebody's car without consent, it's time for me to start wrapping this story up. Well, I hope you enjoyed my interesting demonstration of the dead body glitch and some of the other glitches you could do in this game as of right now, and I'll see you in the next one.